I suggest you to not only look at your sun sign but also your rising sign. Why do I have this? And also look at some of your other personal planets. My Mars, Mercury and Venus is in Libra. So I have a Libra stellium, which is, you know, if you have 3 or more planets in a sign or house, it's a stellium because it's going to emphasize the characteristics of that sign and that house. So check them on your birth chart because you may will resonate with them. They are gonna add more details about your personality, in this case your flaws, so you can improve yourself. Okay, let's do it. Anyway, you can find the timestamps of each zodiac sign in the description or in the comments. Anyway, hi, my name is Amy and welcome back to my channel, y'all. If you love astrology, spirituality, and you wanna also live your dream life, then this channel is for you. You're going to love it. So let's get started. While I was scripting for this video, I was envisioning me making this video, like being in front of the camera, so I could tell you guys all those things. I would prefer to start with Capricorn because it's, you know, it starts on January. But anyway, Aries, you get easily angry and aggressive, and you can come across intimidating, especially if you have rising sign in Aries. You may are stubborn and impatient. That's why you are very impulsive, which is kind of positive but also negative. So you might not think before act, and I know that it's difficult to control your impulses because I have Mars in conjunction with my Mercury, so I kind of speak what I'm thinking. As a consequence, I act impulsively. People may understand different things from what I'm saying. This is the root of all my problems anyway, but I'm improving. Okay, now I'm shutting my mouth every time I'm disagreeing with people. So that's one advice. Then second is never make decisions when you are angry. This never goes well and you know it. Even if it will be so difficult and you have to freeze yourself, but the reward is that you won't regret it. I also suggest you to start to meditate. I've been doing it for 5 years. It definitely helped me to become more patient. Anyway, but considering the positive sides of this sign that are kinda entering in my high standards as a Virgo, especially because they are hot. Like, even if maybe they won't be good looking, but anyway, you're hot if you are an Aries, especially Aries rising or Venus, especially if you're a male. It kind of enters in the, you know, the sporty guy. This is one of the signs that I get more along with. Most of my crushes had this placement, so it's a 9 out of 10. You should thank me because this is the highest rate. Anyway, Taurus, they might do things too slowly. At least you have like Aries in the first house, or you know, whatever. But one thing in common with all the Taurus is that they are slow, like lazy, and take their time because of their Venusian energy. They love anything that's comfortable, which is money. Yeah, they can be very materialistic, and they sleep a lot. My dad is Taurus and my sister has moon in Taurus, and they both sleep a lot. Someone who takes their time can be a negative side because, like, for me personally, I'm full of air placements, and sometimes this can be for a few people, but I noticed that they can be soft. But let me explain. I met Taurus who were a little bit pick me. Like, they can literally be like this. Oh, how are you doing? Oh. Okay, maybe I'm overdoing it, but that's kind of the vibe. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Advice number uno. You need to start to be more productive. I know that you love food, you love money, all those material things, but if you want them, then you need to get your ass up and work. Read the book Atomic Habits. I personally rate you 5.5 out of 10. I told you guys I was going to be honest. So anyway, Gemini, they are kind of my favorite people. As a moon in Gemini, I understand them a lot, especially their negative sides because I have them. But the Virgo in me saved me. They are not very consistent. They are kind of all over the place. They can be disorganized because they get bored easily. They are always finding new things, explore, to do. So their mind get stimulated. They might not remember certain things, maybe because of the huge quantity of stuff they are thinking 24/7. That's why they can be very distracted. They laugh a lot, and they can't help it. Literally nothing is too serious for them. Advice: go to meditate so you can calm your mind. I've been doing it since I was 11 years old. This is gonna genuinely improve all your flaws because it's all about your mind, because you want to stimulate your mind with so many things. So meditation is the key. You will be more organized, you will be more consistent, you will keep forgetting all the things, and yeah, you will be a perfect human being, even if it's not possible. Cancer, they can be overly attached to people, overly emotional and overly empathetic, like all the water signs, but this sign is the master of it. Because of their codependent nature, they can be literally like this. Oh, I feel so bad for him, even if he's been treating me poorly, but I don't want to leave him. Some people can literally manipulate you emotionally for that. Because of this codependent nature, I'm kind of, a more detached person. We are kind of the opposite. I can literally be so logic about my emotions. I personally don't have any Cancer placements. Maybe that's why. Anyway, advice, which is be more logical. Journal about your emotions. You can be very intuitive, Cancer, okay? So if you know, kind of feel that gut instinct that someone is kind of emotionally abusing you, listen to it and imagine as if your loved one is in your same position. Would you say to them, literally cut them off? Anyway, I rate you 4 out of 10. Anyway, if you have some Virgo or Gemini placements, maybe you will be less emotional and be more logic. So if you have Capricorn placements also. Anyway, Leo, they inspire me because of their positive traits, but we are here for the negative one. You may crave attention too much. From my past experiences, Leos would do anything, good or bad, to gain other people's attention. But other than that, they are good people, considering the positive traits. People who crave attention too much, they may have a wound. Truly confident people don't crave so desperately for other people's attention to make them feel better about themselves. So you need to solve this trauma. Maybe as a child you didn't receive the amount of attention that you needed from your parents. Do some shadow work. But even if you have this negative side, I still love you, Leo. I personally had also crushes who had Leo placement, and considering also the positive sides of this sign, I rate you 8 out of 10. This is a lot. If you see what I rate for other signs, you will see that I wasn't very generous. Virgo, which is my sun sign. Anyway, you are probably very picky. You want everything to be perfect. You can be stressed about the smallest detail that you notice that other people might didn't notice and never will. I know how stressful it is. Maybe when you're working on a project, you can easily restart it because you did that tiny mistake. That guy saw the message and after 3 seconds he's not typing. Maybe he is thinking or he's distracted. Maybe he's a Gemini. So yeah, that means that he doesn't care about me. Thankfully, I have moon in Gemini. They can also overthink, overly analytical. They can assume the worst in every fucking situation and ignore the positive one. And yeah, this can lead them to be overly critical, selective, you know. Okay, so if she doesn't go to the gym and if she doesn't wear the color blue, if she doesn't listen to instrumental music only, then we're done. The summary of it all is that they want the perfection, like there's no way. So one piece of advice that I want to give you and to myself is that first of all, perfection doesn't exist. Like, make a list of positive and negative sides of a person, a situation, so you have clearer ideas when you want to cut off a person. Allow yourself to go with the flow. You're similar to Capricorn. Like, just be in the present moment, stop overthinking and be anxious. Allow every good and also bad things to come to you and just be open to it. People are not a copy of you. They won't even notice those little flaws that you notice. Nobody's perfect. You also have flaws. Go watch this video where I explain in more details how to have healthy standards that best suit for you, so you can find people who are for you despite of the negative traits that they may have. I consider Virgos a little bit boring because they are, you know, calm, chill people. I want to get more, you know, stimulated as a moon in Gemini. Anyway, considering all the positive aspects of this sign, I give you 7 out of 10. Anyway, if you have like Gemini, moon in Gemini like me, or you know, some airy, fiery placements, then maybe you will get more along with me. Libra, you can be overly kind and this can lead to people pleasing, especially because you are a very pacific person. Like, you want peace in your life, so you don't want to create conflict, so you have a hard time to saying no to people. You may are creating excuses of why you said no. You can be quite superficial because you prioritize beauty so much. If a person is not good looking for you, then you're done with them. You're the kind of person who follows the social media trends, you know, aesthetics. You may be also a little bit lazy, is what I noticed, because of the Venusian energy. Okay, so advice. First, subscribe, because we are kind of the opposite, because I can easily say no to people without any explanation, because I can be a very good influence to you. You don't have to justify on, you know, why you can't do something for someone, or you can go to a party. At the very least, you can say my schedule is full. But if they try to say something to make you, you know, to change your idea, next time just say no. Like, because if you justify, 70% of times people will literally try to, you know, convince you to say the opposite, to let you do that thing for them. And it means that they are not good for you, because they are literally taking you advantage of you, and they are not genuine. Like, this is not like genuine connection. Like, if they want to be friend with you or a partner, like literally they will appreciate your honesty rather than lying. Oh, and by the way, you can be a very good liar because of this peaceful nature of yours. Like, I have a Libra stellium, so I emphasize so much on someone else's look. Positive side of Libra is that they might find beauty in everything. Even if you are insecure of your face, maybe I will find it beautiful. Considering also the positive traits, then I'm going to rate you 6.5 out of 10. If you have some Aries placements, then maybe it will be higher, but you know, I'm speaking just for Libras. Scorpio, they are a little bit manipulative. They can literally tell if someone is bad is a bad person, like, because they are so deep, they are very intuitive and so like deep, like in every sense, deep thinking. And this is a good thing, but also they can be like possessive, they may get jealous easily, they might love the revenge. Like every Scorpio in my life that I met, they all have this thing in common, which is they love talking about revenge, talking about films where the main character is doing a revenge on someone. I can still remember all the little betrayals that you made to them. Literally, they can be, I hate you. Why? I didn't done anything to you. Because I still remember that 3 years ago, in September 19th, you made that silly joke that wasn't funny. Bro, chill. It was 3 years ago. Like, what's wrong with you? Anyway, advices. Just know that we are separate souls, okay? You don't belong to anyone, and anyone belongs to you. Let that person go. If it's meant to, then they will stay with you no matter what, like with ease. And just learn to forget others if they made that thing that annoyed you 5 years ago. Look how they treat you now. Anyway, I personally rate you 4 out of 10 because I don't very get along with those people because they can be very possessive and I don't like clingy people. But who knows, maybe I will change my mind in the future. Then Sagittarius. I have, like, my sister is Sagittarius, but I don't know the traits of a Sagittarius. Like, I didn't met other people with this placement because I can see more of her Taurus placements because she has moon in Taurus. I can say that they are adventurous. Like Gemini, they can't focus on one thing and be consistent because they want to be adventurous. They want to explore new things. You know, this is the difference. Like Gemini wants to be mentally stimulated, you know, by, you know, searching for new things. Sagittarius is more like adventure, like exploring new places, more so in a travel perspective. You get bored easily, you know. But anyway, advice: you need to learn to pick something to do and not, you know, moving from one thing to another. Like, because once you, Sagittarius, one thing about you is that once you pick something where you can focus on, you excel at it because you are ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, of luck. And yeah, you'll create so much luck and you will be able to expand on whatever the thing that you want to do. Start to schedule things that you want to do so you can stick to it and create a to-do list and all this stuff. Once you stick to it, you will be very proud of yourself because of the amazing results. Despite those flaws of yours, you are amazing considering all the positive traits that you have. So I rate you 7 out of 10. Capricorn, you can be the kind of person who's so obsessed with work to the point where you neglect some time to relax and to see your friends. I understand you because I have Saturn in conjunct with my sun in Virgo. Thank God I have moon in Gemini. Like, oh my god. Anyway, then you may be a little bit reserved and cold. Anyway, advice: you need to learn to prioritize all the areas of your life, not only your job. Like, your job is not your spouse. Like, literally, I heard from a Capricorn, he literally said his job is his spouse. Like, we are in that level. Like, Capricorns are in that level. I know that you probably love being a workaholic, like, and there's nothing wrong with that, maybe, if you don't neglect your sleep and, you know, to nurture yourself, to go to the gym and also see your friends a little bit. then it's fine. If you want to be the best at working on your job, then you need to be whole. And by being whole, you need to feed all the other areas of your life so you can be balanced. If you keep neglecting other areas of your life, then you will literally burn yourself out and you won't achieve your goals in the best conditions. Go with the flow. Like I said to my Virgos, be more in tune with your inner child and don't be constantly, cold and serious. Anyway, I rate you 6.5 out of 10. But if you have like Gemini or Aries or fiery placements, then maybe I will rate you 10 out of 10. Anyway, Aquarius, this is one of the signs that I don't know so much about, but I noticed that they can be a little bit cold and isolated, like because of the fact that they don't fit in. Like you always are the different one, and I think it's because of your innovative thinking. Like you think very differently from other people, but in a very innovative way. So yeah, you might feel lonely, but advice, let's transform this negative feeling of loneliness. So you may become a little bit people pleaser because of it, and you want to fit in, but you need to start to be your authentic self, because once you become authentic and stop trying to people please, trying to fit in, you will meet people who are meant for you, just as innovative as you. Another trait is that you can be rebellious, going against the system. So use this negative side to be, to create innovation, to be more innovative, to be the different one, and try not to fit in and be your authentic self. And you can transform the world if you keep being authentic to who you are. So considering all the positive traits and the negative ones, I rate you 7.5 out of 10. Anyway, Pisces, you may be a little bit dreamy and delusional. Anyway, I changed the room, but you don't put the action to fulfill those dreams. Anyway, you can overly fantasizing over a situation, but you can over fantasize over a person thinking that they are nice, but they are literally not, and they are actually showing you some red flags. And you can be also codependent with people. You can become sort of blinded by your delusions about a person. You can't see the reality of that person anyway. So a lot of singers have that placement. For example, Olivia Rodrigo, Justin Bieber. You may want to escape reality because of your dreamy nature. A lot of people do it by smoking or drinking stuff. Rather than doing that, transform your delusion, your disappointment from the reality that you've imagined, the disappointment that you feel in for that person or situation. You can create a piece of art with it, but this is way funnier and healthier. Anyway, I personally rate you 6 out of 10 because of your too dreamy nature. If you had some Virgo placements, which is your opposite sign, then maybe I will give you like 9 out of 10. So thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. See you the next.